Hey, this is Scott from Watch You Seek, and in for review today we have the Tutima M2 Seven Seas. The Seven Seas was introduced in 2016 by Tutima, and it falls into the M2 collection. This watch does come in two different versions. There is a matte black dial version as well as this one here in a deep blue. This is an automatic watch using the Tutima Movement caliber 330. It is a titanium case. It is 44 millimeters in diameter, 13 millimeters tall. It has a 3 millimeter sapphire crystal as well as a screwed down crown. This guy's been pressure tested to 50 atmospheres. Talk a little bit about that later. And of course you have the day and the date on the watch itself. I've had this watch for about a week now, and I just want to give you some thoughts on what it's like wearing this. When I first got it, I was a little nervous about the size. It is 44 millimeters, but because it's all titanium, it is extremely light. It's very easy to wear. The other thing is that the case, all the edges have been rounded. There is not a sharp piece of titanium to be found on this, and I really, really enjoy that. Putting on jackets, it's wintertime here, and so it slides really easy under the cuff. This guy here is on a Kevlar strap, and it does come with a deployant clasp. It's pretty cool. Pull here, it'll open up. And speaking about rounded, the clasp in here, everything is nice rounded. It just has a wonderful feel to it. So let me put it on the wrist here. So I have a 7-inch wrist, and this fits just fine actually. And because it's so light, I found that I'm wearing the strap a little loose than I normally would on a watch, but it's so light it doesn't want to move around like some of the other watches that I have. The clasp, remove it, just pull on here, and then it's really easy to adjust in here. Same removable, same push buttons that I use to remove it. I can pull up, and then I can adjust, move it where I need to. I'll take this off so you can see the case back. So it's a screwed down case back with a sailing ship motif on there. It's nice. Put this back on here. So the case is nice, all the rounded edges, but what I really love on this guy is the color. This blue color, when you are not in a well-lit area, let's see if I can turn that away from the light, it really takes on a darker gray tone. So it's the photos on their website show it as a really electric blue, but most of the time, because of the matte color, it really has this more of a gray blue tone to me, which I like. It's not a real screaming electric blue kind of a look about it. I also like just the hint of color there with the red second hands going around, and the fact that the center of the hands, the hour, the minute, and the seconds is the same color as the dial gives it a really neat, super legible look to the watch. The bezel here, it has let's see, I don't know if you can see the shape there, but it has an angle to it. So it's not going to catch any clothing, that type of thing. It's real easy to rotate. It's a 60 click. I don't know if you can hear that. Really nice positive clicks, and it lines up exactly on the minute marks like it should. The crystal has AR coating on both sides, which really, really helps to make it super legible. Easy to read, not a lot of glare at all. So I have to really push it into the light here to try and even get a little glare on it. It's really wonderful, super easy to read. Like I mentioned earlier, this guy is pressure tested to 50 atmospheres, which is really high pressure. So that correlates, I mean, if you want to think about how far that is underwater, that's over 1,600 feet deep, or about 500 meters. That's the pressure testing on this will far exceed anything I'll ever do with this. So because of that, no worries with, you know, scuba diving, showering, swimming, whatever it is. I mean, it's a robust, very robust watch. It's really a great tool watch. I mean, it really is. It's super easy to read. The other thing I like too is let's see if I can get in here, the markers that are used for these large rectangle markers are actually, there's some three-dimensionality to that. It's kind of like a cushion that comes up and it flattens at the edges, and what that does is that gives a little highlight and shadow. Just makes it that much easier to read. The lume on this is fantastic. This dot up here is like a super lume. It's that lasts longer than any of the other lume on the watch. So this is really a phenomenal tool watch. I think it's easy to wear, super light. It ticks all the boxes of what makes just a really robust tool watch. This guy is reference number 6151-03 for anybody that's interested in that. And the retail price on this is $1,900 US, and on the titanium bracelet it is $2,300 US. Thanks for watching.